Gunfire over Goma, as thousands of the already displaced are forced to move again. M23 rebels backed by neighbouring Rwanda appear to have taken swathes of the provincial capital in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Goma is an important strategic and humanitarian hub in eastern DRC, the surroundings home to thousands of internally displaced people. The fear that this is moving from de facto invasion to all-out war.
We could hear bombs from all sides of our IDP camp. That's why I decided to flee, so as not to die there.
It's not clear exactly how much of the city M23 now occupy, but this footage appears to show fighters moving unhindered near the airport not far from the city centre. M23 have been surrounding the city for months now, taking over a host of important mining towns as they advanced, and clashes with UN peacekeeping troops have resulted in more than a dozen being killed. The Congolese foreign minister addressing the UN yesterday.
Additional Rwandan troops have crossed the boundary between Goma and Gisenyi, penetrating into our land in broad daylight, in open and deliberate violation of our national sovereignty. It's a frontal aggression, a declaration of war, which no longer hides itself behind diplomatic manoeuvres.
In parts of the city they were welcomed, perhaps sections of the population hedging their bets with a rebel group accused of massacring civilians. So, why have M23 moved on Goma now? But first, who are they? M23 was formed in 2012 and are mainly Congolese Tutsis. But last year a UN report said that up to 4,000 Rwandan troops were fighting alongside the group. In other words, the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, is using M23 to exert influence and control over, among other things, resources. Decades of conflict in eastern DRC have been fueled by ethnic and economic factors. In the 90s, Hutu militia, who took part in the Rwandan genocide, fled there after Paul Kagame's Tutsi forces claimed victory in the civil war. Since then, Rwanda has accused those fighters of persecuting Tutsis and threatening its borders. According to the UN, the Rwandan government has been backing Tutsi rebels like M23, with Goma, just over the border, repeatedly threatened. But, importantly, the region's also full of valuable minerals like tungsten, cobalt, coltan and gold, all key ingredients for electronic devices. Rwanda stands accused of smuggling them out, although it denies those claims. So why has M23 and Kagame moved on Goma now? Well, we've been here before. M23 have attacked the city several times in the last 12 years. And when they did, the international community's reaction included sanctions and the withdrawal of aid. This time round, though, there's nothing like that. In the intervening years, Kagame has become an important partner for many in Europe. And this last offensive is coupled with a fractured, more distracted world order.
They've also taken advantage of the transition in the United States between Biden and Trump. The US administration was the most critical of Rwanda amongst its international partners. And there is literally nobody home at the State Department right now dealing with this issue. And so they've taken advantage of that vacuum as well.
The question's now, how much further will M23 and their Rwandan backers move into the DRC? And what will be the human cost to a population who've already paid the price many times over?
Well, joining me now is Vava Tampa, who's CEO of Save the Congo, a grassroots campaign group working to end the conflicts and humanitarian crises engulfing DRC. What is your big, deep fear of what will happen now?
The killings and the raping and the displacement of more millions of people across the country. We've already seen Goma currently has about 200 to 300,000 people displaced. Across the North Kivu, we have over 1.5 million people displaced. The ongoing conflict, the violence we are witnessing, Rwandan troops killing and raping women, is going to displace more and more people.
In the past, we have seen horrific, massive refugee camps in this region. Is that where they are going again? I mean, what's happening to these hundreds of thousands of people who are on the move?
What we've witnessed over the past 12 months particularly are those refugee camps being attacked, being bombed by troops from Kigali. And we have to remember, Christian, this is a crisis. This is a conflict which could have been prevented. There is no one at the FCO today who doesn't know about the crisis in Congo. David Lammy is well versed on this crisis. So is the Minister for Africa, Lord Collins of Highbury, really knows the crisis, knows exactly what needs to be done. But somehow, for reasons unknown to us, no one in the UK seems to do anything.
Well, what is your suspicion? I mean, Paul Kagame specifically is close to the British government, has been for a long time. Rwanda is a big partner of this government in all sorts of respects. What do you think is really going on?
Well, absolutely. Look, the M23 could not have killed, raped, displaced as many people as they have without the direct support from Kigali. That is a fact which is known. Similarly, Kigali could not have continued to cause so much killing, so much violence, so much crisis in the DRC without money coming from London, without guns coming from us, without the UK protecting Kigali and training some of its military even here at Sandhurst. So there is a real reason why the UK isn't doing anything regarding Kagame.
But we have seen horrific killing.
We have.
By the Hutus.
Absolutely.
In the past. Rwanda says there is persecution going on. Is there persecution going on?
Well, that's a lie.
Of Tutsis in Congo?
A complete, utter lie. I challenge anyone to bring us a single evidence of any attack against any Tutsi group in Congo over the past 12 months, or over the past 12 years, in fact. Look, Tshisekedi, the current leadership in Congo, isn't perfect. Okay, he has made a lot of mistakes. But one thing I know with certainty, that he has worked, he has tried, he has reached out to Kigali to ensure that we address this crisis.
So do you think this is economic? This is about cobalt.
Absolutely, Christian. Look, Kigali the M23 makes about $300,000, just about £285,000 a month from simply taxing miners, people mining cassiterite, cotton and gold in Congo. And now they have taken Goma. We suspect they'll be making in the region of £1 to £2 million a month. Now, if Kigali is only making about £2 million a month from those taxes, the question needs to be asked is, what is the UK making for the UK to continue to remain quiet and to continue to fund and support Kigali in spite of the killings and the raping that we are witnessing?
We must leave it there. Vava Tampa, thank you very much.